Go, 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 Juice, if you know what they say.
See, that's so good. Way better than what I could have done. So this December, the Footlighters are bringing the beloved musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat to life. And with its catchy songs, as we just showed you, the colorful costumes, and a story perfect for all ages, it's the ultimate holiday outing for families. And so joining us today are two stars of the show who have already showed off their talents for us. We have Dennis and Keller, who is playing Pharaoh, and then we also have Megan Ansley Schneider, who is the narrator. Thank you both so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and I love this preview that we've gotten. It's wonderful. What would you say makes Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is such a name, such a fun musical and also just such a fun show for all ages? Like, what is that secret sauce?
You know, this show is about Joseph and his coat. It's from the original Bible story from the Old Testament, but it's sung all the way through with a musical theater flair. And it's written by the famous composer Andrew Lloyd Webber and famous lyricist Tim Rice. And what they've done is they've used so many different fun styles of music throughout the show. There's Elvis rock and roll music, there's 60s go-go music, there's calypso music, there's Western, so there's really something for everyone in the show to enjoy.
I love that, all the complexities, and really just kind of something for everyone that has a different musical taste, really, which is so cool. I'm assuming you're going to be the one to pull out the Joseph, or the Elvis number.
Yeah, I don't normally sport mutton chops in my everyday life.
I mean, you can if you want to. I say go for it.
So yes, so part of the story in the biblical story of Joseph is, you know, the Pharaoh is having these dreams, and Joseph is taken to Egypt to interpret his dreams. And of course, Pharaoh is king, therefore the king is Elvis, the king of rock and roll. And so my story is very, very campy. The song is over the top, and you've got Vegas showgirls types, you know, flanking me on the right and the left, and it's just hysterical. It's just a stitch to play. It really is.
That's awesome. What would you say has been the most exciting part for both of you playing these roles?
I think just being around the voices, to be honest with you. I mean, Megan Horton is our director, and she is just stacked this cast with stellar voice after stellar voice, led by this young woman right here. Now listen, I've been around arts my entire life. My dad used to produce pageants when I was a kid. I've been around choral performances and ensembles. I have tickets to the Broadway series of The Aronoff. This woman is as good as I've ever heard. I mean, she is worth the price of admission in and of itself. She's just phenomenal. And there are so many on this stage that are just like that. They could absolutely be on the Aronoff stage, be on the Broadway stage. One's better than the next. It's just great to be a part of, frankly.
All that talent, I love it. And really, Cincinnati does just have so much talent here within the tri-state.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And what has it been like working with kids in the cast?
Well, I am a mom of 3, and I'm also a Montessori teacher, so I absolutely adore being on stage with children. It really brings such a levity to the show. Just their joy lights up the stage, and it's just heartwarming to be with them. Also, this is the first show I've ever done with my daughter on stage.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, and it's been so great to see her just light up and take to it, and it's just been a treat for me.
That's awesome. That is so fun. And you have to definitely let us know, when is the show opening? Because it sounds like this is something that folks definitely should go and check out.
The show is opening tomorrow night. And you can still get tickets. I think we're very, very close to being sold out at fitlighters.org. That's the best place to go. And it's just a really cool experience. If you can't get tickets to this one, do yourself a favor. Go to the next one. You know, again, kind of being around arts my whole life, I had never gone to community theater production in Cincinnati until I actually was in one. And I consider that a failing, because I thought, I've got tickets to the Broadway series of The Aronoff, why would I go to community theater? And that's before I truly realized that there are people like this who are on stage regularly throughout the course of the year. And you mentioned the talent in Cincinnati. If you think we've got the SCPA, we've got CCM, we've got all these really, really talented people who went on, like Megan, to major in music in college. they come back home and guess what? They've still got that talent, and it's on display week in and week out. Footlighters is doing Ultra Boys in February. I know the director, I know the producer, and some of the cast members. It's going to be funny. It's going to be sensational. In May, they do Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I also know some of the cast members in that one. It's do yourself a favor, make yourself a New Year's resolution in 2025. Go see a community theater production in town. You will not be disappointed, I promise you.
Yeah, just go support the local arts. I think that's a wonderful message to send us out with. And I mean, hey, thank you both so much for coming in. Thank you for sharing a slight preview of your musical talents too. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.